Beautiful people, and welcome back again to the channel. So on today's video, what we have to be talking about today is a lady that has come out to talk as regards Akpabio and Senator Natasha, what has been going on in between them, as people have been saying Senator Natasha should stop with the allegations and accusations, that she should come out with evidence and proofs. So this lady here on this video, she has one or two to put as input as regarding her own experience, that she experienced harassment too. So we don't know whether it's from Akpabio or it's from someone else, but anyways, let's just listen to her, guys, as she has more to say concerning the evidence that they are asking from Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan. All right, so let's listen to him. Let's listen to her, and I will be right back. And please do all to subscribe to the channel and like this video so that you get more of this. Let's listen to her, guys.
We got to the understanding that, listen, he says he wants 20% of the deal. And we're like, you know what? It's a huge contract. So no problem, let's do it. And mind you, we'll still have to sort out the person who referred us there. But after everything was established, this man had the audacity to stand up and tap my ass because he says, now that's the second part of the project. I'm like, excuse me, sir, I don't understand. You're already taking 20% from us. Like, this is not going to happen. And he's like, listen, honey, like, if you ain't doing it, somebody else is doing it. And to top it off, he didn't just want one of us. He wanted both of us. So tell me in that situation what a woman was supposed to do. And mind you, it wasn't even a time where you could say, oh, let me film, because guess what? As soon as you walked into the building, you were asked to leave your phones at the entrance. So you couldn't even tape it. So apart from the foul memory you get from that experience, how else are you supposed to give proof? Unfortunately, yes, in the world, there are a lot of women who do come out and lay false accusations on people, but those percentages are very little. Tell me what I should have done in that situation. Situation number 2. I was also in real estate at one point, before I built my studio. I wanted to have more funds. So I'm like, let me go into this business. Now, on this particular day, I met this guy. He sounded very decent. He was as old as my father. He's like, listen, I have a big name. He actually did have a very big name in the real estate business in Lagos. He's like, listen, if you can help me with my properties, you can put them on the market and you get a commission, blah, blah, blah. So as time went on, we discussed about it, and he said, listen, let's have an official meeting in my office. So I went to the location, dressed properly. I had my jacket on, long pants, everything covered, because I don't want to. I've been in situations like this too many times that I just want to avoid any drama. So decent is. Now on getting there, within the first 5 minutes of the conversation, this guy already strayed away from business. He started asking me a lot of personal questions. Are you in a relationship? And in my head, I'm like, why are we talking about me being in a relationship? He goes ahead asking a lot of very deep personal questions. And I already knew from that moment, listen, first of all, I want to, even if I get the job from you right now, I won't be able to work with you because your mind is already far gone. And what makes me even more angry is like, men in Nigeria forget about how much money they can profit off your back and focus on something so unimportant that it really baffles me. Anyway, after a little while longer, 20 minutes, I felt very uncomfortable with the line of questioning this man was putting. So I said, listen, I do have another meeting. I have to leave, blah, blah, blah. We'll keep in touch. This guy stands up and attempts to hug me, which, bro, you don't know me that well, so you shouldn't even be that close. So what I would normally do out of being uncomfortable is do a side hug. No, this mother effer turned around and planted one on my mouth. Like he had the audacity to kiss me and then shoved me into the wall. Now, I'm not going to lie. In that instance, I had so much fear in my heart because, first of all, his office was in the back. There was only a secretary way in front. Even if I screamed, nobody would have heard me. And just oh my God. See, I tried to push this man off. I tried very, very hard. Finally, eventually, I did get him off me. And he just kept talking about how beautiful I was and how he just needed to have some. See, I got myself out of there. The first thing I did was block that man's number. That was a dead deal. And I'm not going to lie. I got home and I cried because I'm like, how much does somebody have to go through to deal just to provide for your family? Now, kept receiving calls, no joke, for about 3 months. It was minimum of 7 calls a day to 28 calls a day. This man will call off different numbers. Remember, I blocked him. So he will call me off different numbers saying how he really wants me, how he did it. Forget all the real estate. There was nothing about works. I threatened this man. I screamed at him. I blocked more numbers. More numbers kept calling me. The only time this guy backed off was when I threatened, because I started taping the conversations. I'm like, listen, I need to have proof, because if I ever have to report this guy, I need to have something. The only time this man backed off was when I threatened to expose him on social media, because he had the family, he had children, he had everything. That was the only time he decided to back off. But why do I have to go through that? Senator Natasha is a very beautiful woman. I mean, the more I listen to her, how she's gorgeous. I understand why some men will have the audacity to even approach her in such a manner. They don't care if you're married. If, like I said in my previous video, they don't care if you're married, if you're pregnant. They do not care. They want what they want when they want it, and you're supposed to deliver. I have lost so many jobs and great opportunities in my life because I refuse to fall for this. Because listen, if I would ever have to do anything with any man, it is because I want to, because I genuinely like you. There is no way in hell you're going to put pressure on me and feel like because you're going to put a couple of thousand in my account or millions, you think you are. And oh my God, my strong head is more than the money you want to give me. And then some people have the audacity to say women are emotional. Men, I am sorry, and this is another topic. Men have always, from the beginning of time, known to be the most emotional people ever. But you know what? We will take that one too. Call us emotional. We're fine with that too. Some men would even justify in my comments, but even men are being harassed and everything. Yes, they are. Just like my other video, I said men are narcissists. Oh, but women too. Yes, they are. But we're talking about percentage right now. If a woman taps a man's ass, you have the chance to report it. You have the opportunity to do that. But because you guys have made yourselves heroes, you don't want to embarrass yourself by saying anything. And this is where I say the shame comes in. A lot of people say, oh, if a woman was raped, why didn't she report? Because somehow society will make you feel ashamed of being the victim. So no, in many situations, you might not have evidence, but I very, very much doubt that the woman with this prestigious reputation she has will go and make a false accusation on a man just for what? What would be the point for her to publicly embarrass herself that way?
So guys, you all have heard what this lady here is trying to say. Godly looks, right? Miss Godly Looks, that's her name. So guys, you've heard everything she has to say here, and of a truth, she's really making a point here. Now, how do you expect Senator Natasha to come and give an evidence? Or is it not a crime that when you are harassed sexually, you shouldn't come out and talk about it, and they're asking for evidence? Did you pre-plan anything when you were going to the office or whatever? Now you could hear from this lady here that she going to the office of a particular person that she fell victim of, that as soon as she was entering, they told her not to come with phone. Like the use of phone was prohibited. So how could she at that moment have gotten any evidence, guys? So it is not more of evidence. It's not all about evidence. But anyways, in the court of law, they always request for evidence. But for you to see that Senator Natasha will come out to come and say this, hey, she's more than coming, because she's the one that it will later affect the stigma of saying, oh, she is this, she is that. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say, but for her to gather the courage to come out and say this person tried to harass me sexually, it's for you to know that, yeah, you need to put one or two together and see the truth, read between the lines. Yeah. All right, so but let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Help me drop your thoughts in the comments, and please like this video and also share the video. Yeah. And I'm also advising our ladies, even our men out there, if you know you are being harassed in a way you don't like, please come out and speak up about it so that this whole thing will come to an end already, so that people will think twice before having the motives to harass people sexually. All right, so I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye for now.